Oh, and leaders, yes. We pulled a prank on John, told him we were all wearing our girls' trip shirts and didn't. So. Oh, except Natalie is. Sorry, John. Okay, so we just got back on, Tuesday night from our trip to IYC in Orlando, and we just would love to share with you a little bit about it. So each of these people are going to share with you something that was impactful from the trip, from IYC, and just a way that they maybe saw God in the event or whatever it may be, something that touched their hearts. So go ahead.
You're going to say something too, right?
I'll say something too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll go first to break the ice for you girls, okay? I would say that from the very first evening to the last morning that I really felt like the Holy Spirit was moving through this convention, even in a way beyond some others that I've been at. And the theme was Origins, 100-year anniversary of IYC this year. I don't think we even really realized that before we had went. So there was a lot of talk about generations. There was a lot of, got to hear from generations from the past, even a 90-year-old that came and spoke to us, the oldest living IYC attendee that they could find. And and so for me, I feel like what was impactful to me was really just some things that were either reaffirming or remembering things that God has spoken to me in my past and even back to when I was a youth. One of those things that stands out being the idea of being comfortable. And I remember being a youth and us talking about this comfortable word is a bad word in the church. And we tend to pray and ask God for things that will make us comfortable. And we do spend a lot of time on that. Different than just comforting, but that will make us comfortable. And we were challenged to ask and pray, spend more time asking God to bring things into our lives that would build our character. And so that was from day one. And these kids had people, sometimes 2, 3 generations older than them, speaking really truth into their lives and telling them that you are now. You're not just the future, but you are now. And if you've made Christ the Lord of your life, that you are the church. You're not just the future church, but you are the church. And hearing and seeing thousands of kids worshiping through music, through message, through just screwing around together in the hotel is very encouraging to some older guys like me and those even older than that. And so I think that I was probably left with the idea of thinking through all the different generations, thinking through to my generation, remembering the hope that I felt God had given me since my kids were little, that this generation is that there's going to be something special and different happen through this generation. And I believe that I have felt that hope for a number of years now. But to hear other people that are even 2 generations older than me expressing the same thing to them and encouraging them and seeing the student leaders, this convention, I don't know if you people realize this, but as far as anybody knows, is the largest student-led gathering in the world. So to see just what the young people are doing and putting together. But there's a twist that I feel like God gave me throughout this convention by the end, and thinking about that is that it's not just this generation. Every generation, good or bad, what you think about them is built off the influence of the generations before them. So if we're complaining about them, who influenced them? If they're going to do something good, who's influencing them? And I feel like every generation is going to have a role in a revival to come to this land. And I was left with the challenge of figuring out, what is my role in that? What is my generation's role, and what more specifically is my role in that hope, in that revival that I feel is going to be coming? So.
I'm Natalie Brown, and on the very first night of IYC, the message really spoke to me, and they gave us a prompt. I renewed my commitment to following God's plan for my life. Throughout the rest of the time we had there, I thought about that commitment, and during the last 2 services, I felt what I thought was a call to ministry. I wasn't sure, exactly what that would be or how it would look, and I'm still not sure. But during the last service, I felt a pull to be anointed to go up there, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly what God was telling me, but I know there was something there.
My name is Princess Casali, and I think it was the 3rd night. One of the speakers said to put everything you do and everything you say to God, and I feel like I should do that more, because I feel like sometimes we don't do everything for God. We do it for ourselves or for our friends, but I feel like we should do everything for God.
Sorry. I'm Hannah Reeve. The whole trip was honestly moving, but 2 sermons